Hola, minasan. I'm welcome back. All right, so I got back. I got it back on. For those of you, I know that there were some people. There were people watching. I saw the playbacks. If you're back here, if you're able to make it back here, I apologize for that. Clearly OBS can't handle. Well, no, this computer cannot handle me having even a simple a short video image from infill.net with a live stream at the same time. So yeah, I gotta get a new computer. I'm gonna have to get a new computer, and I have to start all over again. Most importantly, because I exposed a little bit too much of my YouTube here background, my YouTube studio, and that's not very good. That's not very good. They can't be exposing those kind of things. So I do apologize again. So for that. So gonna have to start all over. I had to shut down and everything and reset. So everything is back to normal. Everything is fine again. And I'll have to restart before I can begin the update. Before I begin updating. So that way people who watch the recording will know. So welcome those of you who are watching the recording. Thank you for coming by. Okay, so let's start this again. Okay, let's start again. So, all right, so we're back. We're back with an update for Freddie G. Here we go in Savage Strikers, and I'm about to do a few. I'm going to be updating him to be a very specialized mix-up fighter. I'll explain mix-up in a second. I just want to do another recap from the live stream and explain what's going on. So as I noted earlier tonight, I have a membership with Board Game Geek, which is a website for board games. And back in 2014, I believe it said. I think I started in 2008, and in 2014 I posted up my very first game design called Cyber Tactics. It's a trading card game. The the PDF is still there. It's the 14th draft of the game. So I put up a link in the description below, so you can. Oh boy. um, Sorry. Excuse me, that was just sudden all of a sudden. This is a very bad night. Let me drink some water for my throat here. I apologize for this. This is not working in my favor. I really had wished that OBS would not have crashed when I was trying to play the infill videos. So let me start this over. I'm on Board Game Geek. I've been there since 2008. 2014, I posted the 14th draft rulebook of Cyber Tactics, which is still currently in game design form. It just needs to be play tested. But it's a trading card game, and it's been sitting in the queue for all these years because it's a trading card game, and it's a big undertaking and requires a large amount of trust that the game would be solid and could be able to at the very least be up there with the top three trading card games: Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh. So it's gonna be a while before I get to do that, but it is available to be looked at. So I provided the link below in the description if you want to check it out and see Cyber Tactics. Now the reason why I'm mentioning this is because I want to bring Savage Strikers to Board Game Geek, so that way I could start getting some assistance. There's game designers all over the world in Board Game Geek. There's even companies that do visit and take a look at these things, and I would like to get it up there. But the key reason why I haven't been able to do it is because there's some as I continue updating the fighters, new things are cropping up, and one of those things happens to be a rule that I came up with at PAX Unplugged because of the charge cost. So, just a quick reminder: charge costs are these this little power meter here, which requires physical meter tokens to pay to play the cards. And at PAX Unplugged, before I started doing the playtest, I realized that players could end up with a hand that would make it well, let me put it like this. Before I implemented this rule, you couldn't play this card unless you had economy. And so that meant you had a dead card in your hand. And I wanted to rectify that. So I came up with this rule down here called Charge Up. And Charge Up, you'll find out in fighting games like King of Fighters, Melty Blood, Dragon Ball Fighters, and so on, Under Night. And what it is you just stand in place. You're completely stationary. Your character's covered in an aura, and your power meter, your super meter, your combo meter, whatever your meter is called, that allows you to do super combos and such, fills up. But in exchange, you're kind of exposing yourself because you're completely stationary, and your opponent can actually hit you with combos and massive hits. So this is basically the mechanism that Charge Up is running on. And what it does is I made it a cost effect. So you just shift your card and lose initiative. That's your cost. And you get to take charge tokens equal to the listed charge cost. So what this means is, let me scroll up here. Okay, here in cosplay, you have these 4 meters, right? That means you could get 4 meter tokens by shifting your card. Shifting your card, and you lose initiative, and you take the 4 tokens. It's still 6 maximum. You'll only be allotted with a maximum of 6 tokens, no matter what, for charge. But you get 4 tokens out of that in exchange for initiative. Let me just make sure it's very clear. Charge Up only happens during the startup step. So I had to add that into the rules here, as you can see. So startup step, both players choose and play 1 card from their hand face down simultaneously, and does the following. Both players flip their cards face up simultaneously. Then you pay the charge cost listed in the power meter. Cards with no charge cost are free to play. Charge Up, you may shift your card and lose initiative. Take charge tokens equal to the listed charge cost. So that's where it's placed at. That's where the step is at. The check is at. So during the startup set is when you get to do Charge Up, and you have to do it. There's no you may or anything. It's well, I don't know if I want to say you may. I don't want to say you may because then it's a dead card. You have to do it at some point. So you got 2 choices. You're either going to pay the charge or you're going to shift it. Or you're going to shift it. So those are your 2 options. You could pay the charge or shift it. You can't just play it and then expect it to sit there, dead on arrival or anything. It's not going to happen. You're going to have to shift your card. That's why I didn't want to say you may, because I don't want this to be optional. You shift your card or you pay the cost. Those are your only 2 options overall. So that's why I can't get this into Board Game Geek yet. I can't put this PDF file up. Well, it's not a PDF file, but I can't convert it to PDF and post it up because these types of things are happening. And there's also another thing that's happening, and I'll explain that in a second. Well, not in a second. I'll explain that once I explain to you Freddie G. Freddie G. So let's get in. Let's get in here. Careful. And there we go. Cards. So there's Freddie G. Freddie G is right here at the top, as you can see here, between Brock and Diego. As I pointed out, he's a heavyweight with 24 with 100 vitality, 24 stun fence, and 5 card hand. His hand size is 5. He hails from Egypt, and his backstory is that he's a musician. And here's the thing: I never even realized this, and I'll keep this short and simple. But his name Freddie G. I didn't realize that I had subconsciously named named him Freddie G. Because the name Freddie, there's a musician with that name Freddie that y'all might be familiar with, and that's Freddie Mercury from Queen. I didn't realize that until later, until like over the weekend. It's like, I just realized Freddie Mercury. So I really enjoy Queen. I love their music. I do have my one favorite song from Queen that I love a lot. So now the G part here comes from another musician, more colloquially a trumpet player, very famous trumpet player by the name of Kenny G. He's a world-renowned trumpet player. He has the world record for holding this one specific note for an hour on one breath. Like his whole entire breath, just held it for an hour. I don't know how he didn't die, but that's the miracles of of man's feet, I guess. And I don't mean the feet down at the bottom where you walk on. So for some weird reason, I just named him Freddie G without even realizing the coincidence here, and it was a coincidence. This was not purposeful, but because of that, I'm like, yeah, I'll lean in. I'll lean in the reference. I'll lean in the reference. I mean, it's not like M. Bison isn't a reference to Mike Tyson. Until they had to switch him, until Capcom had to switch him around when they released Street Fighter 2 in North America. But yeah, that's a key thing since his backstory is a musician, Freddie G. Imagine a trumpet player to heavy metal music. Somebody needs to mix that up, do a mashup of Kenny G to heavy metal music. That would probably be awesome. All right, so Freddie G is. He has a combination of throws and heavy punches, so to speak, heavy attacks, and he's not a grappler in the sense. And that was the key thing: is what kind of fighter do I want him to be? Because I don't want him to be a pure grappler. I want him to be like a hybrid beatdown fighter and grappler. As opposed to Brock, who's just straight beatdown fighter that happens to have two throw specials. That just happens to have throws. Like he can still do throws. He can still do grappling, but he can also do attacks here. Now he's so. I relied on like multi-hit and the old hit stun, but I'm just not feeling that for him. So this is where now I come to the crux of what this update is going to be about, and that is mix-up. So I was thinking of making him a mix-up fighter. Now mix-up fighters, basically every fighter has the ability to do a mix-up. No matter what the fighter is, but there's very few fighters that I'm aware of that is all about doing mix-up, is themed around the mix-up. And I'm gonna explain to you what mix-up is. I'm gonna head back to info.net. I will not play videos. Don't worry, I'm not gonna play any of the videos. But here's what's gonna happen. Here we go. Let's pull up info.net. Where are you at? No, hold it. Don't want to make that mistake. Here we go. Okay, now I can pull up info.net. Here we are, info.net. Hopefully there won't be any buffering or anything. So, in info.net, they define mix-up. Here we are, right down here. Mix-up as a situation where the offensive player has several ways to attack that each require a different defensive action to stop, such as blocking in different directions and avoiding throws. So what this means is, as I explained it earlier tonight, if you're crouching, normally when many players in their most basic rudimentary form, when they do a combo, they will always stay in one physical position when executing their combo. So a player could stay crouched and just execute an entire combo while crouched. Other fighters stand and they stay standing in like a standing position and do an entire combo in a standing position. The idea of mix-ups is that you can attack high and low in a single combo, and you can follow it up with whatever specialized abilities that some of the fighters have, like they can slide around behind the opponent and then attack from the back, that kind of stuff. And the whole entire purpose is to not be predictable enough that your opponent can be able to execute a block. So if you spend your entire time just crouching and doing nothing but combos, eventually your opponent's going to hold down and back, and he'll block low, because one of your attacks is eventually going to be too slow to be able to finish the combo, and then he could punish you just like that. So that's what in a nutshell mix-up is. As you can see here, it does have a video. Unfortunately, OBS will crash if I try to play the video, so sorry about that. I would have liked to be able to really show you what a mix-up looks like. So the whole entire idea is to make it impossible for your opponent to really react to you. That's pretty much mix-up in a nutshell, and you just take advantage of different positions of attack. So just to see it right here, very powerful mix-ups can exist, which force the defender to choose between 4 or 5 different options. For example, the attacker might attack high, which is like, say, a jump kick, attack low, which is like a sweep on both sides. You know, you slide over and then attack from behind, and you could also throw. So you can stop your, you can actually throw your opponent if the, especially if they decide to, if they successfully block you, you could be able to throw them while they're in the block position as a mix-up. So basically, it's just to make yourself unpredictable, and it's a normal thing. A lot of fighters have mix-ups, but very few fighters actually have dedicated is completely dedicated and designed to be a mix-up fighter, because it's very universal in a sense, very general. We want to look at the fight. There we go. So that's the way mix-up works, and I would like to be able to make that an actual thing with Freddie G. Not many heavyweights. Heavyweights have their mix-ups, but their mix-ups are very short, so to speak. I wouldn't say that they're long combos or anything, but it's very tricky to execute because they're very slow, and mix-ups are very fast, as you saw in Infill. It says it's a very fast attack. So how do you make a slow, bulking, moving heavyweight pull off fast attacks? So that's going to be the question here, and it's all about trying to turn Freddie G, a heavyweight, into a mix-up fighter, and I'm hoping that I can be able to pull this off. So, I started tinkering with the phrases. Let's see here. Where are you at? Here we go. Here we are. Let me zoom in. So, let me zoom in. So, here's mix-up. This is what I came up with. And another reason why I have to update the rulebook again. Excuse me, because I just realized I could be doing this. So mix-up. Discard 1 move card. You draw 2 cards, and the next card you play ignores this card's frame arrows. Now the key word is the next card. The question is, do I want this during setups, or do I want this in a combo, or do I want it for both? Right now, it's acting as if it could be done on both sets and in combo. Well, it feels more like it works on a combo, because the only time you really focus on you ignore the frame arrows is when you're doing a combo, and that's what I was hoping that mix-up could do, is during a combo. But because your opponent can't really act on defense during the combo, it doesn't seem to make any sense, so to speak. So this is going to be a tricky thing, and this is something I'm going to have to figure out after I finish updating Freddie. So to not take too long here, we're going to start updating Freddie G. Here we go. Let's pull up the game cards. Bam. Alright, so we're going to start by getting his combo interface up and running. So I can save myself a little trouble, and I'll pluck out Brock's combo interface from here. It's not too far down, and just work my way up, and then deal with the effect boxes. Go. Here we are, effect boxes. Okay, we'll just work our way up. A little change of pace. Usually I start top down. Alright, so let's paste. There we go. And his stage diving savage attack does 19 damage. Okay. This is, again, 6 frame arrows. Very powerful attack. I'm not sure if that's Kenny G. If that's Kenny G, yeah, just put some heavy metal stuff behind that. Get some of them heavy metal beats going. Alright. And there we go. So that's 6 frames there. Now let's get the charge. And this is 6 charge. No, not that one. There we go. And one more. There we go. Alright. And we'll delete this. We could delete that. Alright. Amp up. It's time to amp up. Okay. And that's 5 damage for a throw. Ooh, no, that's fine. This is fine. There we go. Here we are. There. Delete that. Okay. Now I'll fix the effects after all this is updated. Bull Rush. So I'll make this 4 frame arrows. Gotta keep that damage high. Gotta keep the frame arrows high. I mean, so as to not. I might consider upping the number of card draw. I have to see what happens. All right. There we go. Easy. Alright. I think I'm going to have to change the damage. It's too close to stage diving. So, let me see. What's the damage output here? You know what? Okay. I'll bring this to 14. And I could set this to 16. Yeah, that sounds... Okay, I could do that. So I'm going to change the damage output. Okay, go get these tokens, these icons. Okay. Let's see. 16 damage for Mosh Pit. And I'll bring this down to 14. 14. There we go. Oh. I should have done it this way. Okay. So we'll get this all tweaked up in a second. Bam. Oh. No, let's fix that up a bit. There we are. There we go. Okay, and this is going to be 6 arrows. Okay, which means that Mosh Pit can go 4 arrows here. And there we go, just like that. Perfect. Yeah. Alright, just like that. There we go, got it all good. Got it all good. Good. Alright, so 14 and 16. Oh, and I gotta reduce the cost here. It should only be 2. 1 and 2. There we are. Okay, next up is Headbanger. Okay. Yeah, I'm probably gonna leave Headbanger also at 6 frames. It's like I said, he's not a specialized grappler compared to Angela, which would make a lot of sense. I'll have to figure out how I want to go about with mix-up. It's not impossible, but I'll get to that when it's time to do the effects and make whatever adjustments. Right now, I just want to get this thing set up. Get all this set up. Okay, and then we got air guitar, which is a rapid punch, really. So this one's going to require multi-hit. It's like the million kick that Alejandro has. So, maybe 4, and I could bring it down to 2, or maybe I could run it at 5. I'll run it at 5, so I could bring it down to 3. So this, okay, so that's actually good. That's actually good, because I could set this to multi-hit 1. I can set this to 3, and go 2. So 10. Yeah, similar to Million Kick. It'll be a 2-4-6. It could be a 2-4-6. So it could go up to 16. There you go. 1 and 2. Alright. Just like that. So 5, and bring this down to 3, to a 3 count. Okay, there we go. Okay, and this is this could stay 10 damage, of course. This will be 5. There we are. Yeah. How do you say? Capcom versus SNK Card Fighter. Match of the Millennium Card Fighter, I think it is out today on the Nintendo Switch. It used to be, it's a Neo Geo Pocket game, and it's basically a fighting card game, just like just like Savage Strikers, and it's got heaping high praise because it hits all the right notes and everything. I want to get my hands on it and check it out, see how they pulled it off. See how they pulled that off. It'll be very interesting to see. Okay, so being that he's a heavyweight, oh no, that's not how it works. So being that he's a heavyweight, he's got very high. He's got high damage count. Yeah, let me just do it like this. Yeah. So yeah, his lariat should be an ender. Oh, and this was 10 damage here. Yeah, and he would have a wall bounce to be able to continue the combos. So it's just a matter of figuring out what to do. It's just a matter of figuring out the effects, how to make it all work in with mix up. Wall bounce will be very crucial. It's all about the combos. It's all about those combos. Wall bounce is fine, but I'll need to be able to figure out how to pull off a mix up. Like I said, my brain's got the right idea for the effect of mix up, but I just have to figure out how to contextualize it. So it's a toughie. This is a great challenge. Quite honestly, this is actually a pretty good challenge here. Very fun challenge, really. Game design is fun. Here we go. Clothesline. So yeah, clothesline is one of the few throws that don't have enders, because I wanted the clothesline to be like, you could follow through. So this is probably where the mix-up would come in from with clothesline, where you could follow it up with an attack, continue the combo as such. Hold it. I better make sure I have that. I don't think I. Here we go. Okay, got it. Can be stubborn at times. There we are. Excellent. And then he would have rush down to help, with rush down and wall bounce to help with maintaining combos. That's what I was hoping for. But like I said, mix-ups is actually a very interesting thing. If I could get that in there, that could actually change the look of the game. I'm also going to be changing the discard cost. I'm going to be changing the discard cost. I came to figure out that there were other alternatives to use to do discards, and I'm going to implement those. That makes it a little bit more sense thematically speaking. So he would be the second most card drawer behind Brock, because again, heavyweights are very slow. They don't have a lot of hand size. They only have a hand size of 5, and that just makes things very difficult to be able to playthrough. It's because of their hand size, believe it or not, being that the hand size is 5, that the number of sets is at 5. The maximum number of sets is at 5. So it assumes that you would play all 5 cards in your hand. That's why it's very important that card drawing is made readily available to the heavyweights in some capacity, so that way you can still maintain a hand. Theoretically, maintain a hand of 5. So you'll find yourselves playing guard and move more often than you would attack and throw if you want to get that. If you want to get some of that sweet card draw, unless you know you could really get that damage in. But that's why their damage has to be very high or some kind of formidable move. This is why mix-up is going to be very important, because as you saw in the initial wording, you get to draw 2 cards, and that'll be good for a heavyweight like Freddie G to be able to draw 2 cards at some point and be able to maintain a hand. That's what I'm hoping for. Because it makes sense, because since mix-up involves trying to do combos, you want to have more cards to do combos. Now, mix-up could be applied to lightweights, but if or middleweights, but the card drawing part of the mix-up effect might make them more broken than they really should be. So I'll have to err on the side of caution. The cost is pretty high because you need a move card, and that's not and that's a very specific card to be able to play. To have. It's very, very specific. You don't have a lot of move cards in your deck. You have plenty enough to work with, but it really does deal with a lot of hand management, so to speak. It will require a lot of hand management in order to get what you want. After all, you don't want to run out of your deck either and have a time over and cause a time over, and you don't have enough vitality to win the game. I apologize if there's any buffering. My computer don't like OBS and YouTube. I hope that once I get it all updated, I can actually go to Twitch. Go over to Twitch. And be able to do more of this. I thought about making it my game design channel on Twitch, since I've already dedicated YouTube to Splatterbomb Lounge and Coqui-san Freelance Gamer, with variety of gaming and branding that maybe focus the bulk of the game design over at Twitch, or maybe I can restore, or maybe focus game design here on the YouTube channel, and make it yes, okay, or go the other way and make it more of a saying, like, get the proper focus. Like, Twitch is for sheer game, pure gaming, but I could also get Tabletop Simulator if I could get the right computer to be able to do that and handle Twitch and all that, and I could be able to do Tabletop Simulator on Twitch. I mean, there's a lot of things I want to do. I'm trying not to say too much on the business side, because there's a lot that's got to be done. But yeah, I have a wish list. I have a wish list for these streams, so that way we can get the ball rolling. All right, I'm almost done here. Here we go. And we're about to say done for this part. Oh, right there. There we go. All right. So the combo interface is now in place. It's all set. We are good. We are all good. All right. So, yeah, I set grapple up so that way you could play cards like slam or suplex, or you could, I guess, punch or something. I'll have to. Well, no, this is where I could be able to do mix-ups then. Okay. Let's see here. Let's start with updating poke. Let's update poke. So I'm probably gonna need to go through all the other cards again and update some of their effect boxes, since I'm gonna do that. You'll see at the end what I'm gonna do. I'll make sure this is extended, an extended thing here. But first, let's get to this part here. Here we go. Okay, poke. So, most important, being a heavyweight, here's your outlet for drawing a card. If this card dealt damage, draw one card. Simple enough. Okay. I'm gonna blank out heavy attack. Just leave it blank. I'm not gonna do anything significant with it. I mean, I could give it sweep, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm going to do it this way. Actually, I have an idea what to do with sweep if I... Yeah, I know what I'm gonna do with sweep. I'll have to update sweep. So, do I want this to be a reversal? I mean, it can be. You know what? Let me blank this out. And in fact, you know what? Maybe I should blank all of them out, except for life attack. Let me see. Let me see what I could blank out and what I can't blank out. And then and I'll start fresh here. If some of it makes sense here. This makes sense. Evade, reversal, sidestep. But I choose for sidestep. Counter. That's fine. Actually, that's fine. I went with boost. I probably want to do sweep. So what I should do is put boost down here. Yeah, I'll probably do that. Go with boost down here. I'm gonna put sweep here, but let me blank that out. There we go. Okay, and I'll fix up boost in a second. Rush down is fine. If it means it can... Well, no. I'm gonna put the... That's where I'll probably put the mix up. Rush down and mix up. Well, I'll figure that out. But you know what? I'll leave rush down as insurance. Hit stun is obsolete. Okay. I got another rush down here. Wall bounce. For unique, I don't know. I do want wall bounce. No doubt, I do want a wall bounce. So I'll probably leave it. I'll probably leave that. Make sure it's updated. Multi-hit. I gotta update multi-hit. I guess I could do multi-hit with Headbanger also. Yeah, I'll leave that. This could be blank. I'm just gonna leave this blank completely. So it's just straight up 14 and 16 damage. Well, no, I'll probably add a little extra here, but it's not gonna be reversal. What's this here? All right, the next attack or throw you play gains wall bounds. Nah, I'm gonna come up with something new for an install. And well, aside from removing hit stun, you may play one throw card. This counts as your combo. I probably might. Yeah, I'll probably leave. I'll probably come up with something for that. And of course, reset. So let's see how we're gonna do mix up. So now let's get to the crux of what's going to change. It's gonna change here. So we got mix up, and there's also the costs here. These discard costs. We're gonna do all this in one go. So let me scroll back up to the top. Okay, here we are. Alright, so we're back up to the top. Poke is fine, because we want to be able to draw cards. Heavyweight after all. So let's come over here to the outlines. There. Outlines. Alright, let's enlarge this. So, if you look at mix-up, I say I wrote discard. I typed in discard one move card. So you would have to spend a move card from your hand in order to activate this effect. This kind of got my brain going. Well, how about the card like reversal here? Instead of saying discard two cards in your hand, you discard an attack card. In this case here. So it's very rule specific, but it's very specific, and I would prefer it to be specific for the purpose of ensuring balance. Because cards like this reversal is extraordinarily powerful, but I feel like two cards, discarding two cards is too extreme. Same with wake up here, because like I said, wake up is undo. It's like the undo feature. Here, so, where is it at? Oh no, up here. See, it's like the undo here. Undo typing in the text box. That's what wake up does. It's again very extraordinarily and very powerful, but I feel like a two card cost is too extreme. To discard two cards from your hand is way too extreme, and I think that maybe if it's more specific, they'll rein it in. But the access it will be there. Same goes for other discards, the other discard costs. And just make them very specific. And it should be able to pull off the thematics. Like, for example, tech. Tech happens if... here, I'll go to infill. I'll read it off of infill. Alright, tech. Most commonly is shorthand for a tech throw. It can refer to the act of quick rising after being knocked down. In other words, you jump off, you get back to your feet almost immediately. As in, you should tech when you hit the ground. It can also refer to recovering in the air after you've been hit by an air combo. Or if all these definitions aren't enough, it's also used to talk about cool new strategies developed for a character. But basically, in particular, teching when you hit the ground lets you stand up in place or roll either left or right after you landed from a hit. Usually it happens during a throw, most commonly. So what happens is if you were to play like Marvel vs. Capcom, any one of the Marvel vs. Capcom hits, you'll probably hear the character say, hear the announcer say "tech hit," and you'll see it flash across the screen. And what happens is that you broke out of a throw. Your opponent threw you, and you broke out of the throw, and you're landing on your feet. Other games do this too. Sometimes they'll push off of each other. um, called like a throw counter or throw reversal or something like that. Well, not really that, not throw reversal or throw counter, but it'll say, it'll tell you to throw something when you use a throw command at the same time as your opponent is doing a throw command to basically to basically negate the throw. Sometimes tech throws will take a little damage. Some of these tech throws can take a little damage. That's why you lose half damage when you get tech throw. But normally it happens when you do a throw command when your opponent is when two players do throw commands at the same time. Whoever got the priority will do the throw, and the other player will break free of it and will get back to their feet before you know it. That's basically tech is supposed to do. I thought I had this up here. There we go. Here's tech. Yeah. Here we go. So that's tech in a nutshell. I'll leave that up there for a quick second so you could read it out. Okay. Let's see here. I should do a couple of things here. I'll just do some quick saves. So in the... Okay, so let me just make sure all this is saved. And then I'll switch over to the outline. Okay. Game cards. There we go. Outline. Sorry. So you can see here tech. What I would have it say is instead of discard one card in your hand, it will say discard one throw in your hand. So they're all going to be situational once I redo these, and for the better to help balance out the game. It's not going to be I'm sure it'll be better for the game to do that. So like sweep, say discard one attack, and your opponent will have to discard their deck and that kind of stuff. So it makes so it really keeps things under control. So let's start with sweep. So discard one attack in your hand, and your opponent discards the top two cards of their deck. Okay. Counter. Discard one attack. Okay. In your hand, automatically execute a combo. Evade. Discard one move in your hand, because that's it's an active movement. Subtract 2 frame arrows from this card. Tech, which involves again throws. This is your way of avoiding throws and such, similar to what you would see as I explain it. So you discard one throw and you take half damage round down. This also is good too because it puts a little bit more usage for throw cards. If you don't have any way to use throw cards and your opponent decides to play a throw card, you can counter a throw card. Wake up. Now instead of having to discard 2 cards, it's just one move because it's very specific. It's very, very specific, very situational. And you stand this card. Okay. Reversal, since it's all about gaining initiative, I would say one attack. Because again, it's extraordinarily powerful and you are looking to execute a combo. So it only makes sense that you sacrifice an attack, which is something that you need. And of course, mix-up is going to be discard one move card. So that's the way the costs are. I'll have to update the rule book to change all these, and I gotta update all the cards that have these abilities, so that way they can be used. So that way they can be up to date and not confusing. So yes, they're highly situational, but I think that's fine. It actually puts some of these cards a little bit more incentive, like throw and move. Especially if you're up against a grappler and you happen to have tech. This is also good because that means that I can put a throw card, give throw cards tech as well. You know, tech in none of themselves or something, and not just be restricted. And well, anyway, it'll work out. It will work out the way that I would like it to work out. So let's start with some of the obvious here. Let's pull this back. Okay. Let's start with the cards that are already in play here. So let's pull up the cards. Here we are. Here are the game cards. Okay, and then we're going to try and figure out what to do with mix-up after I finish applying some of these cards here. So poke, I already updated poke. Okay. Grapple, I would probably like to do it as a mix-up. Okay, so so yeah, I could do this. Yeah, I could apply tech like so. So like 2 throw cards get played at the same time. Well, you know, from your opponent's throw. Just in case. Keep it on the low frames. Actually, it should be on the higher frames. So if you lose to a low frame throw, yeah, that makes more sense. So if there were, say, grapple versus suplex, suplex can beat grapple. You only take 1 damage, but still, like slam, you take 6 damage rather than taking 12 damage. So it makes sense that techs, if I'm gonna do tech, it should go to the highest frame arrows. Okay. Now this one's gonna be that's gonna have a mix-up, and I'll leave this blank just for that, just because it's got 4 frame arrows on 12 damage. All right, so here we got block, sidestep, parry. So evade, we updated that. So with evade, you play 1 move card. You discard 1 move in your hand, and you subtract 2 frame arrows from this card. Okay. To help you get that initiative. Next up is reversal. So you could discard 1 attack, and you gain the initiative. So you have to really make sure you have these cards in your hand. And finally, counter, which also requires an attack, and you get to automatically execute a combo. Okay, there we go. Okay. Alright, now crouch. I was gonna give it wake up. No, was I gonna give it wake up? No, I was gonna give it sweep, sorry. I was gonna give it sweep. So discard one attack in your hand, and your opponent discards the top 2 cards. That's a pretty big a good payout on that. Because again, you know, you have 100 vitality, and getting to that, you know, if anything that can get your opponent run out of deck to get time over with 100 vitality, that's a good thing. Okay, boost. So the next normal you would play, the attack normal card would get an additional damage. So I'm going to set this up. Let's see, where is Freddie G? Just scrolling through the list here. Here he is. There we go. Boost. Okay. Okay, let's make sure I got the make sure that the rules are nice and updated. Okay, boost. If the next card you play is an attack normal, at 4. The next card you play is an attack normal. Yep. Okay. There we are. Copy that. Okay. There we are. Perfect. Good. Rush down. To help you with extending combos. I don't know if it's a good idea. I don't know if it'll help out. Alright. Clothesline, I'll figure that out for the wake up. I mean for the mix up. Rush down. Yeah, I could give it rush down. But I'll probably cut down the number of frames maybe. I mean I have it at 2 because it's 6 damage. Yeah, I might be able. Yeah, you know what? Because if you play clothesline, you could do a shoulder slam if you want. Follow it up with a lariat. Lariat, I will give it a wall bounce. Again, just to find ways to extend combos, if possible. I'm not sure if it's going to be possible because of his 5-card hand, but we'll find out soon enough. Well, because with the mix-ups, we'll soon find out how that'll happen. So, air guitar and headbanger. They're gonna have multi-hit, and they're enders. All of the specials are gonna be enders. There's no way around it. So, what I'll do is, let's see, multi-hit. Deal 2 equal to the number of your opponent's currently played cards. Frame arrows. Oh, that's the way I went with that, huh? But it wouldn't have any effect. That's right, because it wouldn't work. That's right. The reason why that doesn't work is because in the combo, you want to be able to do multiple damage. Yeah. Now I remember why. Got it. Alright, so. Alright, let's set this up here. Let's scroll down back to Freddie G, because he's got his numbers there. Well, I have to get some specific numbers for him. Here we are, Freddie G. Alright. So, multi-hit 1. We'll start there. I don't know if it should be. I don't know if it should happen during initiative. Maybe I should. I don't know. Maybe I should do a card draw. Do a card cost for multi-hit. You can still get the damage for the frame rates, but you gotta be willing to sacrifice for that additional. That might make a little sense. During initiative. Nah, maybe I should make it a card cost. Make it a card drop. Nah, you know why? Because then it's because there's already that going on there. That's why. But initiative, that's something that's gonna have to be solved. That's 1 damage there. Fix that size. Because I would like to be able to do multiple damage in a combo. of that in a combo. Alright. That's something I'll have to figure out. Okay. And that's a multi-hit, so that becomes a 16. This will be 20 damage, wouldn't this? 2, 4, 6, 8. That might be too much for 12 damage on that one. Maybe what I could do... Yeah, so then maybe I could just bring it down to... You know what? Alright, maybe I'll set this to 4 then. Set this to 4. So it'll be multi-damage 1, so you get 14 damage. 14 damage, and then maybe I could get this up to 18 with the right number here. Alright, let's see here. Multi-hit 1. So this is also a multi-hit 1. Okay, multi-hit 1, and this will be a multi-hit 4. So I'm gonna bring the frame arrows down to 2, which is good. If I set it to 4, well, no, because then that'll total 8, wouldn't it? Let me see here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 6, that makes it 18. Yeah, so multi-hit 3. So that's going to be multi-hit 3. So this is 3, 6, 9, 19 damage. Ooh, yeah. Actually, I'll change this number up. I'll change that number up. I think that's the... Yeah, that's not the right number. 12 is fine, because I could set it to... 3, 6, yeah, now make it 18. So, yeah, here we go. 6 plus 12 is 18. All right, but I'm gonna change this here. No, just change this attack number, and maybe switch the numbers around. Maybe make it a 2. So what I'll probably do is I'll make it a 7. 7 plus, let's see, 2, 4, 6. That's 13, and this is 5, so that's 10. 10 and 13. If I switch this to a multi-hit 2. All right, so multi-hit 2. Which I got here. Okay, here we go. Fix the font size here. All right, so let's see here. Fix this. There we go. That looks clean. A little cleaner. Actually, this was supposed to be 2. Hold on. This will be an easy fix. There we go. So 2, 4, 6. Oh, and I gotta get 7. Where's the 7 at? Isn't there a 7 around here? Up here, right? Let me get. So I don't have to do so much scrolling. Let's see, I think I have a 7 up here. Yeah, here's a 7. Or do I want to go with 6? You know what? Let me go with 6 because I already have a normal attack at sitting at 7. So you know what? I'll grab a 6. I already have a unique attack at 6 also. 6, 7. I guess 8. Yeah, okay. I'll make it an 8. Alright, I'll make that an 8. So, let's find that 8. Here we go. Here's an 8. We'll go with 8. There we go. 2, 4, 6, 8, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that's 14. Alright, so that's pretty good. That's pretty good. 10 to 14. 14-point jump. There we go. Alright, that's good. That's good. And then this should be a 3, so that'll make it, so this will be a 14 to 18, a 4-point jump between the two. And I'll leave Mosh Pit in blank completely. Oh, I haven't put the multi-hit on here. Okay, let's get the multi-hit 3. So mix-ups into multi-hits, that's actually pretty interesting. That, well, sounds interesting on paper. Oh, there it is. Okay, it has multi-hit 3. Alright. Alright, multi-hit 3. So I'll leave this blank, I'll leave that blank. So that brings us down to here. Now the original ability is the next attack gain wall bounce. Yeah, I'm not interested in wall bounce for this particular cart. Okay, that's fixed there. Well, I could do it. I could give it a mix-up. Yeah. Yeah. Well. Oh, I could give it a mix-up. Let me scroll up here to mix-ups because it's time to figure this one out. Oh, you know what? Sorry. Let me just fix this one out here. Let's see. This is an action. And just get rid of the hit stun here. And change the size. Just get this card done because now it's time to figure out mix up. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, because you could play, you may play one throw card. This counts as your combo. So that's what Amp Up does. You could just immediately play another throw card if you got one available. Any throw card. So yeah, if you have enough economy, you can follow that up with the Mosh Pit, and that's 21 damage. But I think I could do. I think maybe mix up. Mix up would be a good idea for this, but I probably might have to. But if I do mix up, it's gonna get economy. You're gonna get this. Maybe throw in some quick damage. Yeah, you know what? If that's gonna be the case, maybe I should give it damage, even though it's not going to be. Well, let me first figure out mix up here. And let me get it. I'm getting ahead of myself here. Let me solve mix up first and foremost here. Just put this back in place. So mix up is going to cost you a move. It's going to cost you a move. Let's take a quick. Let's scroll on over here and bring this up on screen. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Hurry it up. There's the outline. Here we are. Outline. One more. Okay. Zooming in. Now, how do I get mix up to work? Discard one move card, draw 2 cards, the next card you play ignores this card's frame arrows. Which means it could be any card. And maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's what I should do, is allow a player to play any card after mix-up. Similar to a free combo. After stunning, you could play any card type. Maybe I should allow this, but it'll cost you a move card. You get to draw 2 cards. And you can play any card, which would be a big deal, because if you play, say, if you happen to draw up that jump, you can play jump in your combo and add that 4 damage to your normal attack, your attack normals, and get some extra damage going. Good. It would be also a good way to get to the stun if you could draw out more attack cards and throw cards. Let's see. Discard 1 card, 1 move card. Draw 2 cards, and the card you play ignores this card's frame arrows. It's an instant 2 cards. Ooh, that back. Let's see. Discard 1 move card. You get to draw 2 cards. And that card you play, now I could say in your combo ignores this card's frame arrows, and it'll focus entirely on the combos. But your opponent doesn't have any defensive capabilities. That's what stinks, because I took out that rule where you can play defense cards during your opponent's combo. And mix-up would have really helped out immensely. Oh, so let me explain. Back in the early drafts, there was this rule where during a player's combo, player A is executing their combo, and player B had the ability to respond to the combo by playing their guard cards, and the guard card would activate first, and then then player B's guard would activate first, then player A's card would activate second. And the way you got around it was with the cancel mechanic, where again, if you play cards that are equal to or 1 frame arrow more than your previously played card, your opponent wouldn't be able to play a guard card. Or any card for that matter, because of the way your combo would work. But because I took that out, it kind of makes this a little odd. So the best way I could say this is draw 2 cards, and the next card you play can be any type. Can be any type. Draw 2 cards. The next card be any type. Can be any type and ignores this card's frame arrows. That's a lot of and. Um, let's see. Discard one move card. Draw 2 cards. So let's put that as a period. There you go. So you start off by drawing 2 cards. The next card you play can be any type and ignores this card's frame arrows. In this combo, the next card you play in this combo can be any type and ignores this card's frame arrows. Alright. And let's bring this down to size 9 so it could fit. So, yeah, so basically mix up allows you to maintain your combo. It still allows you to draw 2 cards. So if you play a card with mix up, you can discard 1 move card, and you draw 2 cards. Similar to stun. So it's kind of a stun light, I guess one can say. It's a stun light, whereas stun you get to draw 3 cards after stunning your opponent and execute an entire combo. A mix up lets you draw 2 cards. And the next card you play in this combo can be any type and ignores this card's frame arrows. Maybe another way I could do it is draw 2 cards and execute a mix-up combo, which is still a combo. You can execute a new combo, but at least this way you can be able to open up with any cards you want, and you can play any card types you want. And again, this is still reined in at the fact that that he's a heavyweight, so he doesn't have a high hand. So the odds of getting so many cards, as opposed to say a lightweight, which would be very devastating. I don't know. The next card you play in this combo can be any type and ignores this card. You may execute a new combo and play any card of any type. I'm not sure if that's a good idea. Stun has to really set itself apart from stun. So, but yeah, this is stun light. And you can still play this during sets, because you'll draw 2 cards. It just, well, the next card you play can be any type and ignores this card's frame arrows. But it is a combo extender, which it should do. I don't know. It's something that's gonna have to be play tested over and over again to figure out. But I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with this, and until play testing gets done and it can really work its way out. So let's put in the cards that I intended to put this in. That will be Clothesline, okay. This has Rush Down, Boost. Okay, I got Grapple over here. There we go. And here with Grapple. Now remember, it ignores frame arrows. So it doesn't matter how many of the frame arrows are. So this just helps out. And also, I'll put it here in medium attack. Do a mix-up. Provide mix-ups with medium attack. Heavy attack, I'll leave it as is. It does 9 damage. 379. You know what? Maybe just for the heck of it, I'll give him a 10. Since I'm going out of the way there, I'll give his attack a 10. Let me find a 10. It's down here. Ah, here it is, 10. Sure, you know what? I'll let his heavy attack be a 10. just to give it a little bit more kick, so to speak. So yeah, 3-card combo, that'll be 20 damage. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. If you do a standard light attack, medium attack, heavy attack combo, you could do 20 damage to your opponent. That's actually good. Okay. So yeah, the thing is I'm gonna have to do this is gonna have to be play tested. So that's 2, 4, 6 cards with mix up. I should consider. I should really consider. Let's see. Should I give Shoulder Slam mix up instead of Rush Down? Well, it makes sense to Rush Down because he rushes. But what about Lariat? I mean, it's got wall bounce. It does feel like, you're punching your opponent off the wall. Discard 1 move card and draw 2 cards. Discard 1 move card, draw 2 cards. The next card you play in this combo can be. The problem is that this is an ender. That's why it's got a wall bounce. Which then, if you follow it up with mix up, you can really do some crazy damage. You could really get some. It really helps. This really does help for the heavyweights with the high arrow cost, since he's a heavyweight, and be able to follow that up with some of these things here. But but I feel like I don't have enough on the mix-up side here. Bull Rush would be a mix-up, wouldn't it? But maybe I should. You know what? Then I'll probably go with the install here. I'll probably make it an install, and all cards gain mix-up. How do I want to do this? How do I want this to be an install? I don't know. Give it mix-ups. Yeah, you know what? That's fine. Your cards gain mix-up. Yeah, you know what? That's fine. Your cards gain mix-up. Just straight up. No need to overcomplicate it. There you go. Your cards gain mix-up, and you get to draw a card on top of that. you get a 1-card draw on top of that. So your cards gain mix-up. So that means all your cards gain mix-up, even if they're red arrows, which will be pretty interesting. Well, they're still bound by those rules, but a card like Shoulder Slam will give you the mix-up. Because no matter what, the combo rules still apply. Maybe I should note that. Combo rules still apply. Or red frame arrow rules still apply. You know what? We'll find out. I'm not going to worry about it. We're going to find out. We'll find out when it starts getting put to practice. So, yeah, okay. Here we go. I think that's good enough. Install. Your cards gain mix-up. Alright, yeah. Yeah. Alright, so this is we'll see what happens. Okay, we'll see what happens. Okay, so let's update. Let's update reversals and evades on the other fighters that have received updates, so that way they can line up with Freddie G. Freddie G and the boys. Alright, so we'll start all the way up at the top. Alright, let's make this official for Freddie G's meta type. I still haven't figured out what to call Nagisa's meta type or Chenbo. I call Chenbo Speedster. It's like I got Zoner, Beat Down. So Freddie G, Mix Up. His meta type is Mix Up. Okay. So until I could actually put Mix Up to practice to see if it really lines up with what it's supposed to do as a Mix Up, we'll never know. We'll have to. We'll soon find out. Okay. So let's update these cost cards, these cost effects. Okay, target, heavy attack, suplex. Let's see. Let's see. I could give. You know what? I could give him tech. I could totally give him tech. This now that tech is a lot more clearer, and makes a little bit more sense. I'll give Chenbo tech on this one here. Here we go. Okay. Alright, and here's tech over here. And that's good, having for him to have a little tech, because it's a lot of damage he'll be absorbing with such a low vitality. Let's see, counter. Here we go. Discard one attack and automatically execute a combo. This would totally work for him, because you could sack an attack and you'll be able to get all your and you'll be able to get your combo off. Especially since you could oh, he doesn't have a draw, right? I reduced his draw. Okay, reversal. So you discard one attack. Let's see, he's good with set breaker. Jump, he has wake up. So with wake up, you discard one move and you stand the card. Okay, rush down is fine. What we got here? Elbow. I kept that. I left that alone. As set breaker, stack. I left shock kick alone. Let's see. Lightning bolt got its multi-hit. His deflect is fine. During sets, next card you play gains initiative. This card gains initiative and you may exit. Yep, that's fine, because he's all about them combos. All right. Let's scroll on to the next fighter. I hope you all are having a good day. Sorry I didn't ask. All kinds of weird stuff was happening. So I hope you all are having a good day and enjoying this update. Let's keep going down. Kalista. Takashi. I wonder who I'm gonna go for next. We'll figure that one out at the end of the show. Where am I at? Okay. Here we are, Alejandro. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. See, cancel. Zone, multi-hit. I could give him, I'll give him tech here also. Yeah, so this is good because I could start giving tech to some of these fighters. You could take tech here. There we go. This is good because I could finally put because throw gets a little bit more use here. I don't know about over the shoulder, but I'll definitely go with next snap. Okay, what we got here? Wake up. All right. One move. Stand discard. Set breaker is fine. Sidestep. What I give sidestep? Ah, tech also. Let me scroll on up and grab tech. Go. Discard one throw, take half damage. Round down. Evade. Acquires a move card. There we go. And you subtract 2 frames from this card, so it becomes a 1 frame card. Wake up again. I have it up here, don't I? Yep. Okay. There we go. Now notice that there's a lot of rush downs. It's fine. Dash makes sense to have rush downs. Once I can come up with something good. Maybe mix up could work with that. I'm not sure. I'll have to see. Set breaker, zone with multi-hit 2. Wolfang has set breaker and then invincible. Okay, yeah, I screwed up on this here. Wolfang should have both set breaker and invincible. Caught that in time. All right. Okay, this won't take long. Where's set breaker at? Let's let our effects combine. Okay. There we go. Yeah. Set breaker and invincible, and you gain invincible. So that's good. Let me just fix that one up. Alright. Save quickly. Always save when you're doing game design. You don't wanna lose everything you've built up. Yeah, see your cards gained, set breaker. Alright. Here's Nagi-san. Let's see, you got cancel, target. Ah, sweep. Yes. Not sure if that's really the type of place that should go to. Oh well. Okay. Toss gets tech. Here we go. Okay. And this also gets tech. Reversal. Let's see, where are we at here? Ah, here we are. Here we go. Discard 1 attack. This card gains initiative. And then we got sidestep, which has counter, I believe. Yes. Counter. which again is discard 1 attack, and you get to execute a combo. Okay, so Crouch has Wake Up, so I'm gonna have to scroll down here. Oh, let me just do this. Here we are. Here we are. Okay. Alright, here we are. There we are. There we are. So you can wake this card up and you get boost. Okay. This also has Wake Up. Okay. Here we go. Wake Up. And Wake Up. Discard 1 move card. Discard 1 move. Okay. Go up. Alright, fix that one up. Okay. What we got here? High knee. Which is a poke. Got Set Breaker. Pressure. Wall bounce. Zone. That's fine. Install. Oh. Say during the rest of the sets, reduce your frame rates by 2, minimum 1 now. Yep, shift your opponent's currently played card and draw 3 cards. You know what? I'm gonna fix push. Her push effect. Just say gain initiative. May as well just say it. Gain initiative. Draw 3 cards. I see no reason why not. That's where is this at? Here we go. Gain initiative, draw and draw 3 cards. Yeah. Gain initiative, and gain and draw 3 cards. There you go. There. Let's just make sure that yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a little too wordy. Shift your opponent's currently played card. Nah, just gain initiative and draw 3 cards. That's it. Very powerful move. Very powerful move. Push. Okay. That's it. Gain initiative, draw 3 cards. Which means I don't really need this effect. Yeah, blank that out. Doesn't need the card draw. Doesn't need that card draw because you're already drawing 3 cards. Gain initiative, draw 3 cards. Done. Okay. Now we took care of Freddie G, so we're gonna head on down to Brock. So that's who's left is Brock. Okay, just doing a quick save in these other files here. Don't want to lose the data. Losing data is bad. It makes me sad. Okay, let's scroll down. Actually, instead of going through all that, let's just speed this up. Yeah, we are. Okay, what much did I do here? Not much. Poke, pressure. Ah, here we are. What did we go with? Ah, wake up, evade. Alright, pressure is fine. Boost is fine. Let's see. Let's get wake up. Okay. Here we go. Evade. Which again requires a move card. His evasion. Let's see, what's this here? Set breaker, that's fine. Reversal. There we go. And yes, he is going to get a tech hit. I think backbreaker. Yeah, I'll put on backbreaker. Obviously, it's six like that. Yeah, 6. Let's see, 12, 13, 14. It's all right. And what about these here? Poke and cancel. Yep, there we go. All right. Oh no, I hit the outlook button. Great, now I gotta wait. Now I gotta wait. So, well, that stinks. There we go. All right, save before anything bad happens here. Okay. Okay. So joyous day. Just bad that my computer can't let me play videos. Won't let me play the videos on infill.net while OBS is open and live stream at the same time. That really stinks. I do apologize for those of you who showed up at 10, if any, because I know I saw some playbacks. So, woe is me. How many fighters now has been updated? This was update number 5. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to go for the lightweights next time. Let me just make sure Freddie G is up here. So tomorrow will be a lightweight. Go to the lightweights. So I still got a little... Yeah, I still got time. So let's go ahead. Let me switch over to the PDF and update the list here. Update the effect list. Here's the effect list. That is down here. Yeah, here we go. So that way I can include. Okay, so wake up is here. So that way I can put in the new costs. Let's shrink this down a bit. There we go. So it'll be a little faster for me. Ah, sweep. Okay. So here's sweep. Okay. Next up is counter. Okay, and just unbold that. Okay, next effect. Evade. Here's evade. Okay. There we are. Oh. Hey, you should be like that. All right. Next effect. Tech. Here we go. Here's tech. Okay. Here's wake up. Okay. Reversal. Here is reversal. And now the new effect to add to the list. Mix up. There we go. Okay. Ooh. All right. I'll have to fix that up. Let me just make sure here. Discard one attack in your hand. Discard one move in your hand. Discard one. Oh. Sorry, it should say in your hand. Great. So now I'm gonna have to discard one move card in your hand. One move in your hand. There we go. All right, so I'll have to update the mix-ups. Don't worry about that later. Well, I'll deal with that later. Discard one move in your hand. Discard one attack in your hand. Discard one attack in your hand. Discard one throw in your hand. Discard one move in your hand. There we go. Let me just fix this here. Alright, fine. It's not handy, but fine. Oh. Can it be done? Yes, there we go. And there. Alright. That's just a little something. But let me just fix up. Let me just fix up, mix up. Alright. Let's fix up, mix up here. And scroll all the way back down. This will only take a few seconds. Oh, sorry, other direction. Here he is. Okay. Let's get down to the bottom here. All right. Let's see. Cards gain mix-up. You may play one, throw a card. This counts as your combo. Let's see. Wall bounce, multi-hit. Here's mix-up. Discard one move card, one move in your hand. Discard one move in your hand. Here we go. Next one. Tech. Ah, you wouldn't get the reference. Dun, 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 dun. You wouldn't get that music reference. It's before the end times. Before the last days. That's so morbid. That was morbid. So morbid. Yes, that was morbid. Okay, done. Oh, it's a done deal. Everything's all set. Freddie G is complete. He's ready for playtest. Another one ready for playtest. Okay. So, thank you all for joining me. Yes, thank you all for joining me. I hope you're able to help this again help those of you who want to be game designers, who are interested in game design. I hope this helps you out, because we covered mix-up, another interesting game mechanic in fighting games, and hopefully translated that successfully into a into tabletop form card game. There we go. So the next fighter I think I'm gonna go with tomorrow. It's gonna be in the lightweights, so I got 3 to choose from: Killian, Kalista, and Takashi. This is a tricky one. I wonder what kind of fighter, because I don't know what kind of fighters I really want. Well, Takashi's all about reversals. He's supposed to be all about reversals. Killian being the boss, he's just all about that brute force. Like he's a total rushdown fighter. That's what I wanted to go with. I can't describe Kalista, because the best way I could describe it is she's like Peacock in Skullgirls, Tessay from I wanted to be like that, Tessay from Waku Waku 7, where they just throw weird items at people. Where they throw objects and such from far away. So I guess a zoner would be a more appropriate thing. So I probably might make her a zoner. Make her a lightweight zoner. Let me scroll down here. So I think I'm going to go with Killian, because he's very straightforward. And he's supposed to be very powerful on top of that. So maybe I can work that out. So I think I could work that out. So yeah, with Kalista, she's I think I'm gonna make her a zoner, another zoner. So Freddie G is a zoner. She could be a zoner. It'll be interesting to see how. That'll be interesting to have a lightweight zoner. Takashi, I want him to be all about countering and reversals and such. That would be a good idea. That would be a good approach for him. So let's see here. Especially since he's a dance fighter. So I think I'm going to go with Killian. Let me scroll on down to Killian. Just give you all a quick... Well, I don't think I have time anymore. Let's see here. Because now that I got a lot of things being worked out, I worked out. I mean, who knows? But yeah, I think I'm gonna do. Well, we'll see what happens. I got 3 choices. Yeah, so here we are, Killian, represented by, of course, Q from Street Fighter 3. But yeah, he's supposed to have a lot of target combos. He's very, very powerful for his weight class. 4-7-10 instead of 3-6-9. So his attacks are just devastating, and that's what he's supposed to be. He's supposed to be hyper aggressive, like overly aggressive. He's got evade, reversal, but he's all about that rush down, counter, wake up. See, there's the first of his rush downs. If I had my notes, I could try to remember. And I try to keep his attacks blank as blank as possible. But as you can see here, his specials all have rush down. And it's supposed to be the idea. And he has multi-hit, and he's got very low frame arrows on top of that. So that's the idea, is that he's rushed down. And you see his Transcendence. He has rush down. Transcendence has rush down. And your cards gain rush down on top of that. So he's just straight rush down. That's why not a lot of the cards, his attack cards and throw cards are blank. Because of that fact that they can all gain rush down. So it makes sense to go that way. So yeah, that's going to be the next one. We're going to work on Killian because he's straightforward. So that's our next one. We're gonna take care of the boss of Savage Strikers, the final fighter. Okay. So that's it. That's the plan. That is the plan. All right. So you know what? Let me scroll down to Freddie G here. Let you all see Freddie G. It makes sense. Here he is, Freddie G. The mix-up fighter. Okay, all right. So, thank you all for joining me. I look forward to seeing you all again tomorrow for the next session. Working on Killian. So, with all that said, thank you all again. I don't know why I'm thanking you. I can't stop thanking you guys. Really, I can't stop thanking you. And any of you who watch this, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, and keep an eye out. Again, I'm gonna put the links into Board Game Geek and the other videos. Okay, to get that in there, please take a look at my first game design, Cyber Tactics, the trading card game, and hopefully if I could really get all of this squared out with the rule book. If I don't have to do any more further updates, try and get that into Board Game Geek, and I'm gonna try and see if I could get the links into Board Game Geek. Do something like create a message board or something. So anyway, see what happens. With that said, finally, one last time, thank you all for joining me, and I wish you all a good night. Buenas noches, and hoy es mi